Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have my good friend and client Maureen from Tailor Me Travel here this morning. Hey Maureen, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Cindy?
I am so good, and I hear that congratulations are in order because you just graduated
Yeah,
cruise on
I
vacation.
did
I
actually
love it.
yesterday.
Oh my
So
gosh,
yeah,
are you so excited?
I am very excited. Very excited.
I
I
love it.
cannot believe 3 months have gone by.
I know people are always like 3 months. Why is it so long? And we're like, you don't understand. We're gonna pack it so full. You're gonna be begging us to stay by the end. It is. It goes so fast when you're having fun. But tell everybody, if you would, share a little bit of your journey. Where was your business before taking careers on vacation, and where are you now?
Well, I am a realtor, so that's what I was doing before I started to take the course. And right now, my business is actually starting now, and it's because of the things that I have learned from Careers on Vacation. So, but the little story to this is how I came about is I wanted to do either something else or have my business combined with another business or coaching or working for a corporate office. I really didn't know. So I was searching for probably 2 years of something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I kind of forgot that I used to be in the industry a long time ago. So I was searching through the computer and all of a sudden there you were. And yeah, exactly. There you were. And it's sort of like the computer was reading my mind that I was looking for something and then you came up. And you introduced me to the Mastermind class and here I
I love it. So, when you were in the industry before, obviously there's like pre 9/11 travel industry and post 9/11 is how I think of it in my mind, which is kind of two different worlds. And you kind of thought, you know what? I love travel, or I did that piece before. Did you realize that there was even like all of these people starting travel businesses from home, that was even a thing?
I knew that they were at home because my neighbor's daughter, works at home, and she used to work in the brick and mortar like I
Mm,
did a long time ago.
yeah.
So mine was a long time ago, meaning before 9/11. But I
Mm-hmm.
also worked for United Airlines, so which was during 9/11.
Oh,
And
geez.
so that's another story, but that was something else. Um, but I didn't even think of actually being a travel agent at home. I just didn't even think about it until your class. And I cannot tell you, don't tell anybody I said this, but I thought I should be on the fast track and not the regular track. No, no, I needed to be a newbie for sure. I needed to be a newbie. And I am super excited and very, very happy with how things went with the training.
I love that. Yeah, and it's funny because the models, when you talk pre and post, like I started 27 years ago, probably same time frame you were in the industry. Totally different business models in terms of how you worked in the industry back then if you were a travel agent, and how you can do it today. The empowering thing is you can do it from home and when you travel, and that's super exciting. But the hard part is people don't realize how complex it is to work in our industry. And I think they jump in going, well, I book on Expedia, or I booked my own trips. I can figure it out. It's not the same thing, right? Like it's way more complicated than you think in terms of like
Oh,
doing it at the next
definitely.
level.
Oh my gosh, definitely. And before you would just pick up the phone and, call Apple Vacations and everything was booked for you. And I think it was faxing at the time when I was
Oh
in.
my gosh,
So,
yes.
yeah,
Yep.
right. So,
Those giant PNR machines, you remember those where they would
yeah,
like
yeah,
shoot the
yeah.
PNR? So like,
I
oh,
do.
so funny. I love it.
And
Well, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
people just walked into your office
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't really have to do very much marketing because you were right there.
Yep, in
Yellow
the corner.
pages.
Yep, absolutely. But what do you think have been the biggest wins or celebrations since taking the Careers on Vacation program for you personally?
Honestly, I really and truly think the win is the social marketing
Mm,
um, and everything that I learned through the marketing and Facebook and Instagram, I did do that with my present business, but the course was so detailed and it told you exactly what to do and all the steps. And I didn't know all that before, and now I do. I think that's my biggest win.
And those are things you didn't have to do back in the 90s, right? 90s to early
Right.
2000s. Like, we didn't do that stuff back then. This has been an evolution of 30 years, right? But today, because you are at home and you're solo, people are not going to walk into your house and go, "Can you help me with a trip?" They don't even know you're there, right? So, how do you run that online market space? And it's having a strategy, I think, is where like the secret sauce of our program is, you know, being a user on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, all the places, right, is not the same as approaching it as a business owner and having a strategy, where I know you did a lot of work because we saw some of your samples and things like as you work through the program. So I love that one. I think that's a really big one. You also know that mindset is a big piece that's integrated into our program. How did the mindset work help you either in your life or business as you work through the program?
Well, I remember Brandon the first couple of days, I believe, in training, and he just got me like that. I wanted to put him in my pocket and take him all over the place. He's just so full of energy. And I'm an energetic person myself. So he's a way above me. And I'm trying to get my husband to listen to him. And my husband's just looking at me like I'm crazy. And I said, never mind. But he's just fantastic
Yeah.
when it comes to just you building your confidence up and really making you think about what you want.
Mhm.
And those affirmations, I got them, written down all over the place. And I'm doing the visual, and I didn't finish the visual yet, but he's just wonderful.
I love that. And speaking of affirmations, Brandon is amazing. Um, we figured out a long time ago, and when I was a trainer early on, I figured out that if you peel away the limiting beliefs, right, people can accomplish so much more, which is why mindset is in our program, which is why I hire Brandon, who's an absolute expert at what he does. And I love that you brought up the affirmations. I want to tell you, there's actually, if you go into the modules,
Mhm.
next month we're doing an update, and you're going to be able to print. I made you guys your own little
Oh,
affirmation decks with all of my favorite ones on it. So anyway, that's coming, and that's another thing. Like, our program doesn't end when you yes, you graduate and you move on to the grad group, but we update the program continually. So even when Maureen is 3 years down the road, she'll be able to get anything new that we update. And boy, can I tell you, there's been a lot of updates, not just in social, but because of COVID and all things. I tell my grads from 2 and 3 years ago, I'm like, just go do it all over from scratch because we've upgraded everything, right? It's kind of having that evergreen system. Um, Maureen, talk to me about that space you were at 12 weeks ago before you started the program, or when you were really making the decision, like, is this something I want to do? And you found us. What was that process like for you personally? Did you have to overcome anything? Was it easy for you to make the decision? Was it hard? I always like to ask that question because a lot of people that watch these videos are in that decision making phase, and they're like, ooh, this seems like something I want to do. And they're, I don't know, you're viewer out there, you might be on video 86 or 140. I mean, I think Maureen's our 145th or 46th case study we're filming here, whatever number you're on. I like to ask that question because people are in that uncertain phase. Like, should I do it? Should I not? What would you say to that person about your personal process when you had to kind of make that decision?
well, I did have some time to listen. Every morning I would walk and you would walk with me because I would listen to you.
Oh,
And I know this sounds a little corny, but it was just like you're my friend, very easy to listen to, very easy to talk to. And you introduced a mastermind class to take, just so we can get an idea of what you would offer. And honestly, I made my decision very quickly, and I usually do not make decisions that quick. But I was very comfortable. I don't remember the person that I spoke with on the phone that was giving me detail about the course, but I just felt very comfortable from day one. And obviously, I'm still happy that
I
I
love
learned.
it. That's so good. And I love when people say that. They're like, "You were mentoring me before I even like knew
Mhm.
you." love that because it's funny because when you're a coach, you're like you make this content and you hope that you're helping people. You hope that it's out there. So when usually what happens is a client will decide to work with us at some point, and then I'll hear these stories like you didn't tell me that this 12 weeks that we've worked together. But I just love that. It just reaffirms that all of that free content, and maybe you guys out there, check out the free content, get all the resources. What Maureen's talking about is our free masterclass that we have. I think I have a link somewhere around here. Yeah, we have a free masterclass. I'll put the link here on the screen. You guys can check out that masterclass, and we'll link it down below here as well. That's a great place to start if you're like, is this industry for me, and what are the different ways to get into it? Start there. Whether you work with me and my team or not, I really do wish you all the love and all of the abundance however you get into this amazing industry. If you want to work with us, great. If not, I still love you, and I still hope you're going to thrive in all ways possible. So Maureen, I have one last question. For that person who's out there and maybe was in your same shoes, like maybe they're looking for that next season of what do I want to do? Where do I want to spend my time? What's my next chapter? And they're looking for something, but they're on the fence. What would you tell that person who's found Careers on Vacation, but they're on the fence? What would you tell them about taking our program?
Well, I probably would say, because I'm maybe older than, some others, it's never too late to start something, especially fun and exciting. And you are in great hands with the coaches that are within this company, within your company, and all the support that you have, all the questions that you have, they're all answered. I would do it. Just do it. I mean, that's what I did. I just did it.
But what's really dying in my field is that human touch, and this being a travel agent from home, being in that silo, having the level of complication. Especially the great thing about starting in the industry today is there are so many people looking for amazing, confident, certified travel agents, which this program will deliver you all of those things. But the flip side of that is if you're working in a silo and you're by yourself, like who do you ask? Or once you get stuck at this piece or at that piece, it's like, you're trying to DIY stuff and you may be harming your business instead of helping your business with just different clicks or different buttons or different strategies. And I think that's the piece that only the human touch can deliver, is to have a human eyeballs say, let me make sure my Facebook is optimized. Let me make sure I'm running ads correctly. Let me make sure I'm doing these things. Can you look at my website? And that's really a part of our program that I'm really proud about it, because we're really the only ones that I know of in the industry doing that. You can buy a ton of e-programs, but who's going to help you? Like, who helps you when you like follow the steps and do the things? But like, is it right? Did it connect right? Why isn't it working? And there's so many. There's probably like 100 different things we have to have on our checklist that we help you guys through at the beginning, midpoint, and end goals, because you have that private coach that helps you. So I love that, Maureen, and thank you for sharing that. We've had Careers on Vacation clients. I think we had one 74 years old who runs a beautiful agency, and she books travel for her friends, and it is never too late. Like, that's a mindset. We have a lot of people who love to do this in their retirement years. On the flip side, we also have college students that go, I know I just went to college for 4 years, but this is what I'm really drawn to do. And they, I was 19 when I actually went to travel school first. Then I worked for a really big company and they paid for me to go to college. But I could have skipped college, to be honest, because it's one of those things where it just was always my first love. So you're never too young. You're never too old. That's your mindset messing you up. Like, if you have a calling in your heart to like book travel and serve people in that way to help them build memories and vacations, that's what I always look for. If you have that passion, like, ask yourself that question for those of you watching out there. And if you're willing to do the work to get it out there, of course you can do it. Like, those are the two things that you need, the passion and the willingness to do it. So if you guys are thinking about it, I want to remind you, you can go over to careersonvacation.com, or you can go to our link below in this video. Check out our 12-week mastermind program. This is the program that Maureen just finished with you guys. And this is a sample of our online curriculum that you are seeing. But most importantly, you get to work with our team. Brandon's going to be on this list. You're going to see in a second. All of our coaches, our mentors, our branding experts, our Facebook experts, our social media experts, all of them you get access to. These are the same experts that help me and my company grow this team. So guys, if you were thinking about, one moment, going back to there we go. If you were thinking about it, just book a free discovery call. You go to careersonvacation.com/ready now. I'll link that below, and just have a conversation with one of our success coaches, and they will help you, if nothing else, clarify what your path should be to get into the industry. And if working together is a match, we'll talk to you about how to apply for the program or get on the wait list, because we are waitlisted right now because we're super, super busy. But that's okay. The sooner you're on that wait list, or the sooner you start that investigation process, that's a really good place to start. But Maureen, thank you so much for sharing your story today. I think a lot of people will have a similar story, and this will really resonate with them. So,
thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Ah, you're so welcome. All right, Maureen. Well, we're going to see you over in the grad group. You're not going far. You're part of the cool kids group now, as you know. So I will see you over in the grad group. And for everyone else, I wish you so much love and abundance. Check out those links below. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. She's calling me. Oh, like the rainbow. Like the rainbow. She's calling me. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.